Alright, so it's been a few days since I worked on the floor. We've had a few things happening in our lives, and needless to say, they came first, and things have been delayed. It's what you should expect when you start any kind of major project like this, that there will be some sort of problem. There'll be a delay, there'll be an unexpected turn of events that'll make the project longer or harder or more costly than you expected, because there's always something. But I do have the floor laid down. Everything is in place. One benefit, I guess you could say, of it being to the point of plywood on the floor and being able to walk on it is that we got a feel for any high points, any low points, anything that feels a bit off. So at this point, I've already taken up the plywood again and leveled it out a bit more, but I still got a few problem areas, most of which I don't really care about. It's not going to be noticeable once I get the linoleum down and the linoleum is here ready and waiting to go. Major problem there, of course, is that I have to move the fridge and the stove in order to get linoleum laid down, and this room is far from square. If the normal room is square like this room is somehow, I don't know, it's more this way, I guess. I've had to cut the back corner and the front corner, and everything is way off of square. I tried to bring out one corner, at least where cupboards are going to be, to make it more square. I think I got at least some success there, but I also have the problem that I don't have a full sheet of drywall, and I don't want to leave it as part sheets. The way I set it up to test to see if I had a sensible job done. So let's show you what I've done. Over here in this corner is the two part pieces of drywall. This corner is at least close to square. It might be off by an eighth or a 16th of an inch, but I'm willing to live with that. Now you can see the two new plugs, or at least the new plug locations, where I had to move the old plugs. I think you can see the patches here on the wall on the left and right here. That's where the plugs were before. Something I hadn't planned enough on was that when I put that piece of drywall in place and cut out the holes for the plugs, I failed to consider how high the new floor is, and that these plugs were now going to be buried behind the countertop. So they had to be moved. And complications with how much wire I had existing for these locations meant that I could only do so much to fix it. So what I did was the one on this side was the main wire from the box. So I pulled this wire down all together. This plug over here was run from this plug. So I essentially had the wire from here down into the floor, across and up to deal with for that plug. So I pulled the wire down for this one. I had enough extra down in the basement that plug is now this plug, and the wire joins back into here again like it did before, and it comes across to here and up, and it gives me a plug that's at more than countertop height. That will work for what I need. I don't use countertop plugs all that often, so this will work for what I need. I'm going to put a microwave here and that radio. That's probably all I'm going to need for there, at least in the short term while I'm adjusting. So, let's look at the other problems I've had. Looking down, you can see the joint in the floor down here. This is my worst problem area. This is a high point, and a little bit to this side as well. So I've had poor skill in this part that when I cut the plywood along the bottom here, I didn't keep it very straight. I didn't do a good job at that at all. So I had to use small pieces of plywood to fill it in, and I had to deal with this problem here now, which is a fairly noticeable hump. Now over to about this high, I'll have countertops, but you'll still see some of this. So I'm going to plane it down using my skill saw. What I'm planning to do next is not safe. It's probably not a sensible idea, and it's not something I'm recommending for anybody else to try. I'm not responsible for your safety or your decisions. So make sure you're making good, smart decisions yourself. You see me do it, that doesn't mean that it's a good idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the blade on the skill saw so that it's just touching the wood. And I'm going to take the skill saw and run it sideways like I was making cove moldings or something. I'm going to run the blade perpendicular to what I'm trying to cut. And I'm going to try to rip off the high point. This is 5/8 inch plywood, so I should have more than enough thickness there to be able to sacrifice a little bit to get that high point down. So let's see if I can get this done right.